shit was a city. I'll admit it, that the shoe I wore, I know you ain't fitted, so forget it. I can't give you life when I get mine too many. All that finny, got you following the masses, I can't have it. Tired of sinning, while repenting, here come Roar from the city. And she love me and she loyal, she grow fruits and they don't spoil. I found wisdom in her oils, down in Florida, me I'm on Poco Goya. She like honey dipped in soil, watch we coil. She Naphtali, don't let it fool you. Look like she from Judah, I'm like Noah. I'll depart from her like I don't know her. You must hearken, I'd rather have a slap before we argue. Hey, departure, I need to hang my pride below the altar. I need patience, once you build the house it's still vacant. What creation? You ain't aged a bit since last occasion. It's the Matrix, and when I read the scripts I awaken. I can't fake it. If I leave the truth, it's none wait. When I'm finished, I broke it down. This shit was a city, just admit it. That the shoe I wore, you know I ain't fitted, so forget it. You shouldn't give me life when you get yours too many. All that finny, got me following the masses, falling backwards. When I'm finished, I broke it down. This shit was a city, I'll admit it. That the shoe I wore, I know you ain't fitted, so forget it. I can't give you life when I get mine too many. All that finny, got you following the masses, I can't have it. Silence speak more words than the violent. Tired of hiding. She brought me fruit and told me to bite it. I won't blame her. She needed help and I let her dangle. We in danger. Oppression attack us from every angle. Lord, I'm humble. I had the life and slowly it crumbled. This the jungle. If you come with anger, I come with double. If I'm trouble, you gon' see lions come out the tunnel. Look above, I see the king of Zion, Warren in the shuttle. When I'm finished, I broke it down. This shit was a city, I'll admit it. That the shoe I wore, I know you ain't fitted, so forget it. I can't give you life when I get mine too many. All that finny, got you following the masses, I can't have him.
At first you will walk with him by crooked ways. She will try him by her laws and torment him with her discipline until she trusts his soul. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him, giving him over to his ruin.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, King.
When we made our McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets, you were praise hands emoji. Then we ran out, and you were streaming tears emoji. Now they're back, so you can be grinning face with sweat emoji. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
But they're only back for a limited time, so make like a lightning emoji and get yours fast. Order ahead on the app and get 25% off when you spend $1 or more using mobile order and pay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 4/1/23 through 4/30/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Limited time only. Excludes tax.
Don't let it fool you. If that shit can shoot.
Blow the trumpet.
No more than this Friday. It's up. It's
Got
up.
my Akmalaka with me.
I'm buying the young stone.
Look, blow the trumpet and sound the alarm. Give our people a warning from all this evil to come. Last days, evil minds, new spirits in his life we face. Mass murders, gunshots on our block, we disintegrate. Demonstrate the gospel of Christ. Prepare your soul for eternal life. Down the straight and narrow road we glow. Praise the higher while you can. Don't let the wicked ways control this fight. Spirit against the flesh, through Christ we unite. Don't take this life for granted. Don't sin no more and vanish. You do damage, renew your mind, replenish your soul and manage the sacrifice. The trumpets ringing, the singer singing. Babylon walls falling to the ground. I see the kingdom atone my life. I just wanna do right. So Father, take my life, make it right. Help me put away the pride, remove the strife from amongst the body. Help me see how to overcome these demons that keep on attacking me. Allow the Spirit to deal with us. Anointed healers, we encourage people who need your love, cause true love just ain't in us. We lie, we backbite, and we constantly fight. I know it's gonna be a remnant, but I just pray for your sight. Father, fill me with your wisdom, allow my soul to listen. Cleanse this vessel from my sins so I can complete your mission. Keep me humble, allow me to take reproof. Help me become a better man so I can worship you with my whole heart, with my music. Bring your lost sheep to you. I pray my family repent and change and come back to this truth. I just want to blow this trumpets and remember it's to you. Sending a warning for all of us. So wash our sins and repent before we hear your last call and this world ends. Blow the trumpet.
First came a lamb, now it's war. First came
came a lamb, now it's war.
He ain't
First
coming
came a
with
lamb,
easy,
now
coming
it's
with a sword. Sodom and Gomorrah, strippers and hookers, fornicators and drug dealers and robbers and killers. What is this world coming to? It's burning in hell, and it won't end well. Cell 6 is your cell. If you don't pick a side, ain't no running or hiding from the Most High's eyes. And I ain't telling no lies. When Christ cracked the sky, no peace, just a sword. Raiment covered in red. First came a lamb, now it's war. They spit in his face, but he still kept the faith. And he finished the race without losing his pace. That's how I wanna be. I wanna hear it well done. Come get your crown, my son. You no longer gotta run. First came a lamb, now it's war. First came a lamb, now it's war.
Now it's war. This came a lamb.
Shalom, everybody. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. Obadiah, you wanna open up with prayer, man? I got kids in the background, man.
Oh, yeah. All right. Call Hala Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The water for this day, Abba. The water for allowing us to know our nationality according to the Bible. I just pray that you guide our lips as we get into this lesson, and I pray that you bring down your Holy Spirit, and just allow us to teach our people. I just pray that you forgive us for our sins, and I just pray you keep us protected in these times to come. And we thank you and we love you. In your name we pray. Amen. You may start, King.
Aliyah ain't on here?
He said he gonna hop on. I think his phone. He was doing something, but he said he was gonna hop on though.
Okay.
Let me see.
I mean, did he say he wanted you to teach it or what?
Yeah, he said he wanted me to teach it.
Okay, yo, go ahead. Do your thing, King.
Okay, Khan. All right. So shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And today, Tuesday, so I'm gonna get a little bit into the law. I'm gonna mainly get into some laws that we talk about on the highways and byways, and get a little bit more into it. Because it's not, you can always go back over the laws that we learn, that we talk about, because it's very important. So I'm gonna get some laws, and also you may have brothers and sisters that might that might click on this call, and they may be new in this truth, so it'll be their first time hearing it. So it's always good to go back over laws that we probably already know, just to hear it again, and also for brothers and sisters that may be new to. But before I do that, I want to touch on this little topic right here that I'm starting to see going around in Israel. And it mainly be people coming against camps. People that you have a lot of people in Israel that they hate on camps, so they try to find a little crack. That door open, they try to crack it open a little bit and try to find anything to say about camps, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how you hate on brothers that's really risking their life out there, to bring the sheep up. And you have people behind the keyboard, and they just always saying something, but they ain't doing no work. They ain't putting their brick in for the Lord. So this is just this is the thing I want to speak on. I got some precepts as well. But first, King, we can go to Exodus 20. You can start at 3 and read 4 as well. Just to get into that image that we have out at camp. You got brothers and sisters going around and saying that we in idolatry because we have a depiction of Christ out there on the highways and byways. They saying that we in idolatry, but we're gonna get an understanding during this video to show you that this is not idolatry, right? So we can go ahead and get it, King. Wait, matter of fact, you get Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3 through 5. Oh, Con, I got it. Okay, Con. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. So we start right there. People think that 4 and 5 don't go together, but it do go together. Right? So when you read this, you have to think. See, a lot of people just go off, they just ready to rebuke camps. They don't really think. When it says, thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water, or that is in the water under the earth. So just sit here and think about this. If this was the case of us we can't have no images at all, the Lord said we can't have nothing in heaven, on earth, or that's in the waters. So if that's the case, it wouldn't be no images. It shouldn't be no images of nothing. Brothers be wearing lions on their shirt, lions on their chain. You be seeing pictures of people in the truth. They have, when you go into their house, they got pictures of fish or paintings of fish on their walls. Things on the earth, they have pictures of different things on the earth on their wall. So if that's the case, you would be in idolatry too. If we start right there, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you would be in idolatry. Brothers like sharks. You know what I'm saying? We see different pictures or sculptures when you make it by hand. We see a lot of those things around the world. So would that be idolatry? Because mainly most of Israel got images that's in the water, that's in the water under the earth, and they have images that's in the earth in their house, or they may have it on a t-shirt, or they may have and they got it. But they don't say nothing about that though. They just want to stop when it says any images that's in heaven above. They start right there, but they don't continue to read on and then be like, well, dang. They don't think and be like, dang, that means we can't have no images then. That means we can't have no pictures then. But keep reading on, can get verse 5 and to see exactly what he's talking about. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of their fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. So the reason why he said not to make a graven image, he's talking about the bow down to.
Right.
That's
hey,
what he's talking
King. Hey, can I make a point before I leave real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm glad you went there, because that's what I was gonna pull out. Because hey, they do be coming up against us using the Black Messiah on the poster, but they literally bow down and worship the cross. They literally go to, some people, they'll make wooden crosses and go there, they carry the cross, they'll bow down to the cross. That's all.
That exactly. And that's the point of Yahweh Shai saying, or Yahweh saying, that you ain't supposed to make no graven images to bow down to. Because, matter of fact, get King Baba Kashai, can you get Leviticus 26:1? It said again in the law. And it gets more in depth than what it's finna get into. Because you have Israel all throughout history was in idolatry. They worship the things that they created with hand. But you got it, King. Oh, I got it. Leviticus 26:1. Ye shall not make you no idols, nor graven images, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up an image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am the Lord your God. Hey, Shalom, King. So the Most High God, he's saying you're not supposed to make these images to bow down to. There's nothing wrong with having images of things like of animals or things like that, or having a depicted image of Christ. There's nothing wrong with that, because we not bowing down to that. We don't bow down. And if brother, see, anything can become an idol if you make it an idol. Anything. So if brothers bowing down to that image of Yahweh, that depiction of Yahweh Shai, if brothers bowing on their knees and praying to it, that's when it becomes an idol. Just like if you bow down to a picture of a lion, that's your idol. But if you're not bound down to it or worshiping it, it's not an idol. It's not off. So brothers and sisters come at us talking about that's an idol that we have of Yahweh Shai. We're not going around and saying this is Christ. Pray to this, bow down to this, like our forefathers was doing in the ancient time. We just got a depiction, not even saying this is Christ. We have a depiction of him, a painting of him, so our people can get an idea of how he look. Because you gotta think, a lot of our people got that white Jesus stuck in their mind. It's like it's hot iron in their mind of white Jesus. They've been saying that their whole life. So we got to get that image out of their head. They got to understand that Christ is a black man with woolly hair. So when they do pray to the Father, they won't be imagining a man with blonde hair and blue eyes and pale skin. They'll be praying and not imagining that poster that we have. They'll imagine they praying to a so-called black man with white woolly hair and red eyes like the scriptures describe him as. That's why we have that depiction out there. We're not telling people, hey, bow down. This is Christ. He look exactly like this. This is the Messiah. We're not saying that. We read again. You shall make you no idols. That's what he's talking about. No graven images. So the idols and graven images, they go together, because when Israel made, I'm gonna show you when I get there. When Israel made graven images, or when they made pictures of stuff, they didn't make them just a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times when they made statues or pictures and stuff, they just didn't make it and just leave it at that. Israel was like, hey, this is our God. This the God that delivered us out of Egypt. This is him. They start bowing down to him. They start burning incense in honor of that statue. That's when it became idolatry. If they would have just made the picture as it was, and just left it at that, it wouldn't have been idolatry. It wouldn't have been off. But when they start worshiping it and bowing down to it, that's when it became off. And can you get Exodus chapter 32 and verse 3 through 8? Yeah, man, we gonna end that, because you have, we defending the faith in these last days, because everybody want to come at brothers that's doing the work. Everybody want to find something to say. Oh, they too aggressive. Oh, they too mean to white people. They ain't speaking love. They got brothers and sisters in the truth. Brothers and sisters in the truth. Oh, that's camp doctrine. What you mean camp doctrine? Oh, that's one way doctrine. We coming out the Bible. And it always be the brothers. It always be the brothers that's not doing no works. They ain't stuck foot out on the highways and byways to wake their people up. They always have something to say. It always be sisters that's bucking up at their husbands behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? They got attitudes. That's not being submissive. They want to sneak and wear pants. That's lukewarm. Always be them type sisters. They always got something to say about camps. Having no camps in their bio. Or they in idolatry. They wearing a menorah necklace. He got a menorah on his shirt. He in idolatry. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. That means you're doing something right when you have people coming at you, you know what I'm saying, and saying that you're doing something, trying to put some sins on you that you ain't even in sin. But let me get there. Let me start at 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which was in the ears and brought them unto Aaron. So this was when they was making the golden calf, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. So this when they was breaking off the golden earrings, they're finna make the calf. You can keep going, King. And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, "These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt." Now, if they would have just made a calf, it wouldn't have been no problem. If they were just like, "Hey man, if they were just like, oh, hey, our brother Israel, he real talented, right? So he like, hey, I want to see if I can make this. I want to see if I can make this calf, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what I can do. I want to see how good I am with my skills. If he would have just decided to make that golden calf, it would have been no problem. But what they do when they make the golden calf, they said, "These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt." That became the problem. When they said, "Oh, this is the Most High God," that's what became the problem. They started worshiping it. We don't worship that image of the depiction of Yahushua at camp or outside of camp. We never tell people that this is the true Messiah. It's exactly how it's 100% how he look. We don't say that. Can you keep going, King? Verse 5. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, "Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord." All right, you keep going on, King. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up the place. So they started making offerings to it, to the molten calf. And they brought peace offerings. Like it's the Most High or something. That's when the Most High God got mad. That's what made the Most High God angry, because they replaced him with the molten calf. It wasn't because they made the golden calf. It's because they put all their trust and love to that molten calf. Keep going, King. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Go get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves." So let's see what they did to corrupt themselves. Next verse. "They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it." They worshipped it and have sacrificed themselves. That will make the Most High God mad. They made the molten calf and worshipped it and have sacrificed thereunto and said, "These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt." So it made the Most High God upset when they made the calf. And not only did they make the calf, they worshipped it. It didn't make the Most High upset when they made it. So like if I just said that, if I meant to say it didn't make him upset when they made it, but the thing, they started worshiping it. They started sacrificing unto it. They started saying, "This be the God of Israel that had brought thee up out the land of Egypt." They said it with their lips. They confessing with their lips that this is the Most High God. And like the brother said before he left the call, that's what we say the cross is an idol. The cross is an idol because you have people bowing down to it. You have people praying to the cross. People kneeling to the cross. That's why we say Caesar Borgia, which is white G, the Caesar Borgia is the person that they painted to be Christ. That's why we say that's an idol. Because people bow down to worship that. People pray to him. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say that's an idol. So anything can be an idol if you bow down and worship it and make it an idol to you. But if you don't make it, if you don't have it in your mind or bow down and worship it, and it's just a regular image, it can't be an idol. It wouldn't be an idol because it's just an image to you, right? So now I'm finna show you a perfect example on how there's nothing wrong. Cause we just read in Exodus. We just read in Exodus 20 and 4 when it says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above or that is in the earth beneath." So he said we can't make no graven images of likeness of anything that's in heaven above. So I'm going to prove to you that it was talking about to worship and bow down to, because our mighty forefather King Solomon, he made an image of the cherub. What did he say? It's like if I said it wrong, the cherubim. He made an image of them. And he made an image of a lion. But hold up. The scripture just said, you can't make no image of any likeness that's in the heaven above or that is in the earth beneath. But he made a lion. And he made a let's get it. Matter of fact, can you give me 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 18 through 20? I'm gonna just read it. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with the best gold. You know, King Solomon loved gold. The throne had 6 steps, and the top of the throne was round behind, and there were stays on either side of the place of the seat, and 2 lions stood beside the stays. So King Solomon, he made 2 lions. So was he off? Because it don't say in this account. Cause we know he end up going off when he started getting into idolatry. So that we know he started going off when he started getting into idolatry when he was with with the heathen women. He started building stuff for them and start, giving honor to their guys. That's the only time it said he was in idolatry, but it didn't say nothing about this when he made the 2 lions. If it was a problem, the most I would have said, hey, hold on, you can't be doing that. You can't be making no. I just said in Exodus 20, and 4, you can't do that. But it wasn't a problem because he didn't bow down to it. He didn't worship it. He knew it was just an image. He knew that. So you can get verse 20, King. Verse 20. And 12 lions. So he made 12 of them. 12 lions stood there on one side, and on the other, upon the 6 steps, there was not the like made in any king. It wasn't like any kingdom. But hold on. Israel would say, a lot of our people would say he had idols though. But it just said it wasn't like any other kingdom. So he had a kingdom with idols, and it wasn't like any other kingdom. Come on, man. It don't make sense. So can you give me 1 Kings chapter 6, and you can start at verse 23. So would King Solomon be off? Because if brothers and sisters were trying to rebuke us for having a depiction of Yahweh Shai, they gotta rebuke King Solomon for this right here. This 1 Kings 6 and 23. And within the oracle, he made 2 cherubims of olive tree. Oh, hold on. He made them out of wood. He out of trees. So what's going on? Just like the wooden cross, we see wooden cross. It said he made a cherubim out of olive trees. Each 10 cubits high. You can keep going, King. And 5 cubits were the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits the other wing of the cherub. So he put thought in this. But why would he try to make something to dedicate to the Most High and it be an idol? Why would he put this much thought in that if it's to the Most High? From the uttermost part of the one wing until the uttermost part of the other were 10 cubits. Okay, you good, King. And the other cherubim was 10 cubits. Both the cherubims were of one measure and one size. So it's getting into depth on how he made this cherubim out of wood. It's getting into depth with it. Keep going, King. The height of one cherubim was 10 cubits, and so was it of the other cherubim. Fine, you can keep going. And he set the cherubims within the inner house, and they stretched forth the wings of the cherubim, so that the wing of the one touched the one wall, and the wings of the other cherubim touched the other wall, and their wings touched one another in the midst of the house. So this showing just going into what King Solomon is getting made right now, man. He's getting something made that's in the heavens. They ain't on earth with us. I'm gonna go to the blue letter and show you what it say for cherubim in the blue letter. Man, you can get that right there. Yeah, you can go ahead and get it, King. Is it the one? An angelic being. An angelic being. See what I'm see that? And that's the reason why. And that's the reason why you have to look into stuff. Because Israel will come out and say anything. They'll say anything. Like this is a hot topic right now. And it's not hard to understand. All you gotta do is just read. This shouldn't be no discussion on, they having idols. That an idol. It shouldn't be a discussion. We shouldn't even be talking about this right now, man. But Israel just, a lot of our people, they hate camps. They hate brothers going out pushing the word. It's always something. So not only do we have to go out there and go out there and fight them demons every week, day in and day out, every weekend, day in and day out. You got to come on. You see on social media, you got your own people in the Israelite community, saying something about you that's not true, is invalid. They can't prove it. With no precepts. But the Bible just said in the blue letter, it just said it's an angelic being. And flanking God's throne. See what I'm saying? And it's an image form hovering over the Ark of the Covenant. So it's an image, it's a picture. And matter of fact, can you go to Google and type in idol definition? Let's see what an idol is. Since they said that's an idol, let's see if we doing what the definition say an idol is. An image of representation of a god used as an idol of worship. Of worship. Now, if we was at camp and we was holding the image of the depiction of Christ, and we held it up and we were telling our people, we'll read Revelation 1:14-15, and we'll tell them, hey, kiss this image. This is Christ. Bow down to it. I want you to when you go home, I want you to put this image on your wall. I want you to look up and pray to it. That'll be off. That'll be madness. But if we have a depiction of Christ, and we have it at camp, so our people can see it, it's not off. It's not off, man. So, King, can you give me 1 Kings 8, chapter 8, verse 5-9? Shalom, King. And Shalom, babe. Shalom.
Shalom.
That's a perfect example. But no, that's a King Solomon, and that's the thing. Do brothers even say King Solomon was off for this? Because if they come at us and say we in idolatry but for having a depiction of Christ, they will have to say King Solomon was in idolatry when he made this right here. According to their logic in Exodus chapter 20. When they stop, and the thing about it is they stop at 4, and it's not a period there. It's not a period at the end of when it says under the earth. It's not a period, so it's still going. It's not 4 and 5 are not separate. They go together. But people only post Exodus 20 and 4, but they don't post 5. They don't post 5 when they post in the scripture. They don't put verse 5 in there. It don't make sense. 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 5. Do not come. They go another example. And King Solomon, all the congregation of Israel that were assembled unto him were with him before the ark, sacrificing sheep and oxen that could not be told nor numbered for multitude. Right? Keep going, King. And the priest brought in the ark of the covenant of the Lord unto his place, unto the oracles of the house, to the most holy place. The most holy place. So they brought. So it was Cherubims in the most holy place. The most holy place. So is King Solomon off for making the cherubim? Making cherubims? Cherubims? How you say it? Cherubims? I say cherubim. Cherubim in the holy place? No. Was it in idolatry? No. Why was it an idol? Why wasn't an idol when the Lord said, don't make no images of anything that's in the heaven above? But yet we see our forefather King Solomon making cherubims and making lions because he wasn't down to him. He wasn't worshiping him. He knew who the God of Israel was at the time. It's the same thing with us at camp that have a depiction of Yahushua or have an image of Yahushua on social media or something like that. Some people might have it, a painting that they painting up. They may have a painting of the depiction of Yahushua and they put it on their wall. It's not an idol unless they bow down to it, unless they pray to it, unless they give all their love to it. That's when it becomes off. Just like your phone can be an idol. Is your phone an idol just because what makes your phone an idol? Is it an idol when when you buy it? No, it's an idol when you start being on it too much and you ain't giving the Most High God no love. Is it if you have an image of a tiger, just say somebody made a tiger from the ground up. They use rocks and things like that to make a tiger and they want to put it in their living room. Would that be off to have a tiger in their living room? What makes it off? If they be like, let me buy, I like how I made this tiger. I feel like this is the Messiah. I feel like this is the Most High God. I'm trying to feed it. Like the heathens did. They had idols. How was they idols? They literally made beasts or made stuff out of wood, and they would literally go belling the dragon. They would literally go and feed them. They'll wash them, pure gold. They'll wash them off. Act like they act like they're alive. Give them baths, play with them. Madness. That's their idol. So was they on that anymore? I had on that going into let me see. Let me see if I want wait on their forehead turn this. Had four faces. I think I might going into the idols. I know we talk a lot more about the cherubims in Exodus 10. Ezekiel 10. That whole chapter going into the cherubims and how they angelic beings, like how we just read in the blue letter. So I just want to clear that up first before I got a little bit into the laws. I want to clear it up because I know brothers and sisters, trying to make camps look bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Saying that we in idolatry. You out there trying to teach. How you gonna be out there teaching the people and you in idolatry? How you gonna tell people that that Christ is an idol? That cross is an idol around their neck, or that white Jesus is the idol, but you got an idol out of that camp. That's what people saying. But we got to the scriptures to prove that Exodus 20 and 4 through 5 go together, and he was talking about making an image to bow down and worship to. Because we know the Lord is a jealous God. And even going to King, matter of fact, that get in that same chapter, can you get Exodus 20 and 2, King? I think you might already pulled it, but even going to Exodus 20 and 2, we know the Most High God is a jealous God. So Exodus 20 and 2 says, I am the Lord thy God, which I brought. Wait, no. Exodus, my bad, King. Exodus 20 and 3. Because that whole Exodus 20 and 3 through 5 is talking about you having idols, because he just said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So when you read chapter 4 and 5, it's talking about people having gods, creating, making graven images, putting gods before him and worshiping them. That chapter, verse 3 through 5 is talking about idolatry, making the Most High God jealous and mad because you putting other things, you creating images or having graven images, and you're putting them before the Most High God. He said, I am a jealous God. See what I'm saying? But if you just make an image of something, how would that make the Most High God jealous? If you just make a depiction or image of something. Because he'd be like, man, but when you bow down and worship it, he like, hold up now. You're doing too much. What do you got going on? I'm the Almighty God. I'm delivering them out of Egypt. That what will make him say that. If you worshiping it, that will make him say, what they got going on? I am the Lord thy God that delivered them out of Egypt. And he making another God. He bowing down to a God. So that's it on that, man. And I want to get this one too. I ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be a short little class. I want to get this one too, because I know a lot of sisters don't really know about, they don't really know about this one right here. Well, sisters in the world don't. So King, first, can you give me Proverbs 3 and 31? I'm gonna get into the blonde hair, because a lot of our sisters, and it's crazy because some sisters in the truth, they still want to come in the truth, and rock the blonde hair. Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the old person and choose none of his ways. So the Bible said, don't envy your oppressor. And you know that blonde hair, and I'm not gonna say, because I know if you look up some pictures and some of our people do grow blonde hair naturally. So if I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters that may grow blonde hair naturally, because I've seen pictures of Israel, they grow blonde hair. That just, I guess, it's in their gene. I'm talking about the sisters and brothers, like brothers go and get their hair dyed, madness, blonde. Sisters go get blonde weave. I seen the sister have blonde weave, look crazy for prom. Blonde weave for blonde hair for prom. The Bible said, "Don't envy your oppressor, man." And that's what you're really doing. You're not unknowingly, but that's what you're really doing. Because if you never seen your oppressor with blonde hair, if the so-called white woman had blue hair and her naturally hair was blue, you will have our sisters walk, and they do blue wigs, but you will see blue wigs more than you see blonde wigs, because the reason why our sisters mainly get that blonde hair unknowingly because of the white woman. Think about it. What will want to make you get blonde hair? That don't make sense. And choose none of his ways. And you're gonna see that blonde hair, when we get into the law, blonde hair was actually it was a sign of leprosy. I think, if I'm mistaken, was it leprosy? I think it was leprosy. It was a sign that you was unclean. So technically, matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. Can you give me Leviticus 13 and 30? Because a lot of our people want to be like the white woman, but that's not natural. That's not normal for your hair to be like that. Leviticus 13 and 3, 13 and 30. Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be a sight deeper than the skin, and there be in a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and it shall dry scale, is a dry scale, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. So, hey man, that was a sign of leprosy. When you see a little blonde hair sticking out, that was a sign of you having leprosy. So a lot of our people going around, a lot of our sisters going around putting that yellow hair on. You don't know where that hair come from. Yeah, a lot of country. I seen a video a while back. Some of them country, them Chinese folks, they cut their hair off of actual beings. When somebody die, they'll cut their hair off and they'll ship it over here, but they'll pray over the hair before they ship it over here. They'll pray over it. They'll do all type of whatever they pray to their false god, things like that. All type of curses they'll throw on it. They're saying over here, and then you'll buy it from their stores, and you'll wonder why you got all these type of spirits on you. It be spirits in the hair. It be spirits in that hair that Moab be selling you, man. It's spirits in them. That's why our sisters be bugging, man. I ain't never seen no sister with blonde hair and they acting regular. They acting like how should I put it? They acting kind of like feminine. I haven't. Usually when a sister have blonde hair or they have all these different type of colors in their hair, they acting like a nigga woman. They ain't got no chill over their mouth. They twerking everywhere. They smoking weed. They fornicating with everybody. That's the moment time you see when sisters be having, because it be spirits on that hair, man. So the Lord like, hey man, that yellow hair is, hey, that's a no-no. So sisters, take that blonde hair out your head. Wear your natural hair. And I'm going to show you why you need to wear your natural hair. Because Christ had the same textured hair as you. Can you give me Revelations 1:14? Christ had the same hair as you, and you've been programmed to cover your hair up. You've been programmed that your hair was ugly, but you got the same texture as Christ. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So Christ had woolly hair. So can you, matter of fact, can you go to Google and type in I guess you can type in sheep woolly hair or something like whatever, or black women woolly hair. Whichever one. Afro texture hair. Woolly hair is Afro texture hair. They still gotta try to throw Esau in there. I don't know what that. They try to throw Esau in. That's not woolly. That's not woolly hair. They always got to try. That's the hair. That's them the brothers and sisters I was talking about that had blonde hair. But that's woolly hair though. The Bible said his hair was woolly. And here you is trying to hide your hair, but not knowing that you have God-like hair. You literally have the hair like the Father and his Son have. But they telling us that our hair is ugly. So that's the main reason why you shouldn't cover your hair up, man. See that's woolly hair, the sheep. And guess what? We the lost sheep. The Lord always compare us to sheep. The lost sheep of the house of Israel. We the sheep. So it ain't a coincidence that the sheep got woolly hair and we got woolly hair. We compare it to sheep. Come on, man. Shoot, matter of fact. I get this last one. Let's get into modesty a little bit. Talk about modesty for a little bit. Can you give me first? Deuteronomy 22:5, because that's very important for sisters coming into this truth, that you have to dress modest, because modesty is very important. Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertains unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination to the Lord thy God. So the Lord, see, the Most High God deal with order. He got a dress code. You're not gonna have no men looking like women and talking about they serving the Most High God. You're not gonna have women looking like men talking about they come to serve the Most High God. The Most High God got order. The woman can't wear which pertain to a man. You know what I'm saying? That goes into pants. Women, our women not supposed to be wearing pants. They not. Why was dresses created? Why was dresses created if women supposed to be wearing pants? What that don't make sense. Dresses were made because that's what women supposed to be wearing. But now they coming up. This how you know. This how you know this Babylon the Great, full of confusion. They coming up with women jeans. Where's women jeans at in the Bible? And men, you can't put on nothing that pertains to a woman. You can't be walking around with no dress on. You can't walk around with makeup on. Can't walk around with no bra on. Can't walk around with no high heels on. Can't walk around with no wig on. You can't do that. It's order. And that'd be confusion if brothers, we see it nowadays, it's confusion. Strong brother, 6'5", 230 pounds, solid muscle, walking around with heels on, with a wig, with a small dress on, with a beard. That's confusion. And there's plenty of brothers in Hollywood that don't put on a dress. Look, they advertising it, making it look. That's not normal. Adidas is advertising putting the dress on. And guess who's on it? Guess who got the dress on? Our brother. And even on the other Adidas ad, look at all the brothers. Our brother. That's madness. That's madness. Young Thug talking about he wore a dress because he said, gotta wear a dress because I got the stick. That's not no excuse for you to wear a dress because you got a gun. That don't even make sense. Where you putting the gun at? And it ain't no pockets on the dress. He tried to say that lyric in that song to try to make it seem like it's okay to wear a dress. Tell me I had to wear a dress because I had the stick. You don't need no dress to keep a gun on you. Yeah. Pants. See, pants. And it started with Esau them. That women's right movement. I can do whatever a man can do. That started with them. You're not supposed to wear that, man. We supposed to wear dresses. Our women are tender and delicate. What's that precept? When he said they feet didn't touch the ground. Okay, yeah. I get that one too, King, too. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So all women, we got to get that nigga woman mentality. We got to get that nigga woman mentality. All that, I do what I want. I'm independent. I don't need no man. I make my own money. I got my own career. I don't need no man. I wait till I'm 35 to get married. That mentality got to go. The Bible said that our women was comely and delicate. But what happened? We not like that no more. They don't look at us like that no more. See the so-called white people are so they are so deceiving. They made you look like, they put Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion in front of your face so you can dress like them. Now they start trying to dress classy. So now you think that they women tender and delicate. But really that's what our women was. Some of them is, but a lot of them not, because they've been programmed and caught up with Babylon. They drunk that wine of Babylon, let the scripture say. Let me see. Dang, my phone. What precept that is? It just died and I was looking at it on my other phone. Was it Deuteronomy? Oh yeah, Deuteronomy 28:56. The water king, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. So, if brothers and sisters, if y'all haven't read Deuteronomy 28, definitely read Deuteronomy 28, because you'll understand why it's talking about when it said her eyes shall be evil towards her husband and towards her son and her daughter. But let's focus on the first part. It said she didn't even set her feet on the ground. That's how tender and delicate our women was. You was getting carried places. You ain't have to walk on the ground. But you think these other nations look at you like that now? They'll be surprised if they find out that your feet never used to touch the ground. They be like, huh? The black woman? Her feet never touched the what? Her? Shadika? Or Shamika? Or Terriana? Her over there? Her feet never touched the ground. That's what you telling me. They'll be in shock. Because how are women carrying themselves now? We forgot how we used to be. We forgot all of that, man. That's why it's very important to come back to that. It's very important, man. Because when everything is in order, when the man is leading and the woman she back to her right state, it's over with. It's literally over with. What can the so-called white man do with that? When you have a so-called black man in order, he running his household under the commandments. Then he got a rib that's tender and delicate. She following behind him, obeying him. Then what can the so-called white man do? He gonna start getting nervous. Because his plan ain't gonna be working no more. His plan was get the black man out the house so the woman can be in the house by herself and raise the children, depend on the government, depend on him. But now he's starting to see more and more brothers taking care of their responsibilities. Now he kind of getting scared because it's under the Most High God. So he's like, oh, shoot, bud. I got but a short time, like Revelation say. I got but a short time. And shoot, he's sweating and stuff, trying to make this place more wicked because he know he got but a short time. You know? So you get that 1 Timothy 2:9, King. Say something on that. In like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls of costly array. So it's saying, adorn yourself. Oh, you finna get the blue letter? Come. See what it's saying with modesty. Well arranged, seemly, modest. We ain't talking about no tight dresses. That's not modest. Even just because you wear a dress, that doesn't make it modest. You got to wear something that nobody can see your figure. Nobody can see what you got. It should cover all that up. I know America got that spirit on it around this country to make you want to be seen, to make you want to be famous. But the Bible say complete opposite. You should want to be shamefaced. And being shamefacedness also starts with you dressing modest. Because that will make you being shamefaced because you don't want everybody looking at your body. You don't want everybody seeing what you got. And it's not in that verse, 1 Timothy 2:9, it's not saying that you can't have braided hair or gold. The Bible, what it's saying is, it's talking about don't let that be the only thing that you have come with you. Don't let that be the only thing, braided hair and gold that you have to offer. Basically, don't let that be the only thing. Wait, which one you want me to get, King? What I say, self and facing. Oh, hold on. I started now. Moderate. Oh, dressing or behaving so as to avoid property or indecency, especially to avoid attracting sexual attention typically used of a woman. So so you dress modest so you won't attract sexual attention. That shows the step of you being shamefaced. Cause you're like, man, I don't want that attention. I want to be left alone. I want to be in my Bible. I don't want to look up and you gotta do looking at me lusting and taking pictures of me. Come trying to talk to me while I'm reading the Bible. The modest women wear long sleeve dresses. And all but cover their faces. So you have a lot of our women, they wear the long dress. Don't get the dress that stop at your knees. It's tight and it stop at your knees. And you talking about your modest with a head wrap on. No, it gotta be, man. You can't see you can't see what you got at all. Oh, modest dress means that hemliness must be below the knee. See? That's the spirit. Gotta be below the knees for it to be modest. Shamefacedness. A sense of shame of honor. Modest. Bashfulness. Modesty. Bashfulness. Reluctant to draw attention to. Reluctant to draw attention to oneself. Reverence. Regard for others' respect. Sobriety. Soundness of mind. Self-control. Sobriety. So that's the definition of shamefacedness, in the Strong's, man. So that's how our women supposed to be. Our women supposed to be shamefaced, in this truth. And that's why you see most women that's in Islam, a lot of them be shamefaced. I'm talking about that's actually in Islam. That's actually a so-called Muslim. They be dressing modest. You know what I'm saying? They be covered up. They get that from us. Our women supposed to be doing that, but you got damn Arab women. They you know what I'm saying, modest. You look at them like, dang, bro, this is what our women supposed to be doing. You look at our women, majority of our women, not all of them, but majority of our women, you look at them, you see everything. See literally everything have nothing. It's like you ain't got nothing to look forward to. It's like, all right, see what she got. All right, know what she got. And so it is what it is. Nothing to look forward to. But come on, man. I just wanted to get that. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be no long class. I just wanted to get into foremost. I had wanted to get into that depiction of Yahweh Shai that people be saying that's idolatry. I want to deal with that first, and I kind of get into the law of just how our women supposed to be, and modesty and things like that. So did any brother or sister had something they want to say?
Gonna say, man, y'all keep on having these videos, man. Keep us in the spirit, man. Through water for having these videos.
Con, all praise to the Most High King, man. I look forward to seeing you again soon, man. Look forward to seeing you again real soon, King.
God, for sure. See the
Con,
show.
all praise to the Most High, man. I'll be praying for brothers and sisters. Just stay in the spirit, just continue to fight these demons. We almost out of here. Keep the faith. Pray more, fast more, read more, study more. Do whatever you got to do to make your calling and election sure. With that, I'll say shalom. Kwam Yasharala.